Welcome to PAM Eastcoast, LA. I am your host, Pamela Calas, and today I have Stephen Huffman, but he goes by Huffy. Welcome, baby.
Hello.
You're so sweet, actually.
Yes.
You know, we got a chance to talk, obviously. I talked to everyone before and after, and you have to be probably my softest spoken guest.
I've I've been told I have a really, really soft voice.
Which is wonderful because I don't. So it's nice, the yin and the yang. What is
Oh, I like that.
the yin
Absolutely.
and the yang, baby? You know,
Yeah.
I need my opposite. I get
Right.
along
You're
with a lot
wearing
of
black. I'm
opposites.
wearing white.
Well, you know, I thought it's never too late for Christmas. Just want you to know, and it's never too
Or
early for Christmas.
really.
So
Yeah.
I love me my little Betty Boop. I'm rocking her. It says,
Aw.
"Dear." What does it say, baby? I don't even know what the hell
I
it
think
says.
it says, "Dear Santa, let me explain."
Let me explain, baby. Let me explain. Betty Boop wants to explain herself. Like, I want you to explain yourself. So tell me about yourself.
Well, I mean, what would you like to know?
Well, I like to
I
know what we're gonna have for grape drink, purple drink hour. What I'm talking about, baby. Let's just start there. I'm gonna loosen that ass up. Hold on a
All
second.
right,
Let me
all
get
right,
my
all
grape
right.
drink, purple drink. So today, Huffy wants us to do a gin and tonic. This is my choice of gin. It's absolutely smooth and delicious. This is nothing new to me, folks. Okay. I just want you to know, Huffy, baby, this is my drink when I go out. I love me a good gin and tonic.
I'll keep that in mind for next time I come and see you.
Baby, you're going to bring that ass real soon. Don't worry. So, what are you drinking? You're added a little iced tea?
Yeah, I add a little iced tea to mine. I like my stuff sweet.
I see.
I'm a little sugar addict from
Are
time to
you?
time. A
Of
little
course
bit.
you are.
Yeah.
I'm a salt addict.
Salt's great though.
Yeah, I love
Hand in hand is wonderful.
I love like a good potato chip or some nuts, you know, something of that spicy.
Yeah,
I'm
dipped
not
in
a
chocolate.
No, see, that's the thing, no chocolate. No need for the chocolate, baby. So Stiniasas, guys, good gin and tonic. I love it.
Mm.
And if you want to add to his concoction, you add a little iced tea. Okay, my love. So tell us about yourself. You are a musician, actor, editor, producer. Tell me.
Yeah, I grew up in the Southwest, so I also kind of grew up not around, I guess, a lot of like modern civilization.
Okay.
You know, it's not like I was out in the boonies, but it was like the edge of town. And
Sure.
I think it gave me an interesting perspective on everything. But because of that too, you know, we grew up poor and didn't have a lot of television and all that stuff. Plus, you know, technology and I kind of seemed like we grew up together. You know, PlayStation 1 and Super Nintendo and all that stuff.
Okay.
So expressing stories to keep ourselves entertained when there wasn't much to do was kind of the thing, or oral storytellers and history sharers.
I think that's
So,
wonderful, actually. You remind me of me and my brother. I have a
oh,
brother that's a year behind me, and we grew up together like best of friends. And, you know, we had Barbies and G.I. Joes and Legos and all that typical stuff. You know, we didn't have cable when we grew up. So, and technology,
right.
that didn't even exist. We had
Yeah.
crayons, you know, and markers. So, who is us? Is that you and a sibling?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are close like a sister? No?
I guess, yeah. I don't know why I laughed at your face that you made after you asked the question.
That's okay,
But
baby. It's because it's my face. Talk to me.
yeah, no, we just I I do I look up to my brother. He's my younger brother, but he's
Okay.
like he's smart and he's very accomplished. So I've always kind of looked up to him.
I think that's beautiful. You guys are like best of friends,
Yeah,
as you
yeah,
should be. And you guys are
as we
still
should be.
close.
Yeah, we're relatively close.
So are you the only artistic creative one, or are you both equally artistic and creative?
Um, I'm the one that ended up taking the creative path in life.
Okay.
But I argue that he's better than I am at some things, that's for sure. But
Does he
just
help you
as
out?
he has in the past, not so much anymore,
Okay.
as we all grow older, we find what makes us unique and smart in our own ways and categories. So
No,
he doesn't help me anymore.
not anymore, right? He
Not
doesn't live in the
anymore,
same
no.
house anymore.
No, not so much.
So
He
who
does
would
come
you
over
say
though. Yeah, yeah.
motivated and supported you then? Was he your motivation and
Um,
support?
honestly, my whole family has been
Okay.
really supportive. Um, my my parents have always kind of been there for that. Not like, they don't buy copies of my books and they don't really watch my stuff because of the darker nature of it all. It's not something that they really enjoy, uh but they're there to be like, hey, I got your back to help you progress, which is nice.
Yeah, so my mom is a flip-flop phone, you know? She doesn't even know how to
Hmm.
watch the show, so don't worry about it. She really wants to
Yeah.
though. And I'm gonna get her a better phone. Don't worry. Forget about me and let's talk about you. How many books have you
Okay.
published?
um I believe 6.
That's awesome.
uh yeah, I used to study scripting before
Okay.
I went to film school,
Okay.
because telling stories is and doing films is something that I've always pursued. Middle school, high school, elementary school. It's been picking up a camera, making like my first movie was a PowerPoint presentation with toys. So it was like a motion comic book. It's interesting.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah.
I would love to
So
see that.
maybe one day. Maybe one day
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. I do have it on a disc.
Yes,
Let me know.
absolutely. Why not? And if I want to
It's
purchase a book,
terrible.
where do I get the book at?
Amazon. Yeah,
Okay.
you just search my name on Amazon.
Would it be under Huffy if you just look up Huffy?
I'm actually adding that hashtag to my books now, so you should be able to.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
you search my name, you should find it.
Where did Huffy come
Um,
from?
Huffy came from film school, actually.
Okay.
And my film teacher, she was having a hard time remembering everybody's names. So she came up with nicknames for everyone, and everyone had their own like Huffington Post or the Huffing Way or whatever. So what ended up sticking was just Huffy.
I love Huffington Post. I love that. Yeah. What would you consider yourself? You consider you're obviously an artist, that's no doubt, but what title would you give yourself if somebody was to ask you? You'd say you are a musician. No.
Um, I I I have made music and I do make music from time to time. Yeah, so
Okay. Because
musician works.
musician works.
Editor,
Editor, producer,
cinematographer, producer,
cinematographer, actor.
um, actor. I also do lighting for like a couple of other people around town actually. So
That's great.
Yeah, gaffing. Of course, I write. I write,
You're a writer,
obviously. Yeah.
obviously.
I would love to be like a producer, director kind of deal. You know, like if I had money, I'd be able to help people and like pay people and really kind of, you know, I've got all these ideas. I have like 4 boxes over here of scripts that I've been slowly going through and turning into books and putting them out on Amazon. So it would be nice to kind of have a small company where I can just like pay someone to write a story, to make a comic, to do a pilot episode to see how far that goes or if that goes anywhere, or a
Yes, you
movie,
should
you know.
definitely do that. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, I mean, but the problem comes down to money at that point.
Well,
Like
writing
you
is
can be
free.
smart. Right. So that's why I know I have the knowledge of making a film. I've been working on a movie for the past 3 years,
Okay.
and it'll be coming out next year.
What's it called?
Payback. It's called Payback.
Payback.
Yes.
And
It's
we could see that under your website, right?
uh well, with Payback, I have trailers and I have like short little clips that are out. But one of the actors in the movie, he wants to distribute it. So it has to now meet a couple of guidelines, which, you know, we're editing and fixing up to meet the guidelines so that we can get it out there. So it should be on Tubi next year. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be awesome. And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
And maybe in the future, I could be a part of one of your projects.
that would be great.
Honey, you don't know. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I don't know how to,
Oh,
I don't know how to 6, 7, 8 kick, but I know how to beat the shit out of somebody. You just let me know.
that's all you need to
Meaning
know.
I'm not a dancer, honey. I'm not a dancer.
Well, dang, I was gonna do a musical next.
I mean, damn, I could be in the musical, but I definitely can't lift the leg, honey. It doesn't go past like this, like you know, like it doesn't pass like the shoulder. Okay, I can't do
Oh,
kickball chain.
same
Okay,
here.
every year where they do the Christmas show, the
Yeah,
Nutcracker, right? And the girls are like,
I suppose so. Yeah.
you're like, I haven't watched TV, bitch. You haven't been listening. I didn't grow up with modern technology. Get it together. Like this bitch is not a good listener. Let me tell you.
Oh
I
man.
am
Well,
a good
no,
listener. Let me
I
tell you.
actually I think that if you do want to make movies and stuff, I do think that you should watch films. I may not have grown up with like cable and all that stuff, and I did grow up telling stories, but uh, I've met a lot of filmmakers who do not watch films, and there's a reason why their movies are the way that they are, and it's because it's watching movies. If you're going to make movies, watching movies is homework. It's a
Absolutely.
study, you know. So it kind of blows my mind that there are people who are just like, oh no, it sounds easy, I could do it, I'll just make money doing it, and somehow they do, and it's like really terrible. But I suppose
Quentin
Disney
Tarantino,
is
babe,
got us used to
never
that.
went to film school.
Oh,
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
And he studied through movies, through film, watching movies. That's all he did. He would just watch movies. And he's
Right.
one of the greatest directors today, one of the greatest filmmakers today. Look at his projects, which I would love to
Right.
be in one day. But his creative mind and him studying through film, just watching movies, is where it got him. So, film school, yes. But definitely, I agree with you when it comes to watching movies. You have to. I mean, what are you going
Right.
by? It's like, how do you learn the alphabet?
Right.
Gotta
Yeah.
study it. in order to even be a writer. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
there's one thing that Maria, who is the writer and producer of the show, I remember every week she would look up a word in the dictionary so she could increase her vocabulary because she wanted to be an English teacher and she taught English in
Nice.
South Korea. So, you know, could she be a professor today? I believe so. Did she pursue that? No, because I think there's bigger things and better things for her. But without studying, is what I'm saying, you never increase, you never become better. I don't know.
Right.
It's like anything. How would I know anything about you if I didn't watch you? If I wasn't, you know, in tune with you, if I didn't study you? Like, I'm just not gonna just be like, hey, Huffy, what's up, guy? All right. So just tell me about yourself and let's move on. Okay, have a good day. Drink
Yeah.
water. Mind your own fucking business. Have a good day.
Stay hydrated. Yeah.
Sagapao. And I know that you have created like comic horrors, psychological thrillers, fantasy, and I know you touch on mental health.
Yes.
Okay, where does that come from? Like, what motivates you? Where's that inspiration coming from?
Well, myself,
Your facts of
mostly.
life?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
I have depression and ADHD, and
Okay.
I've had that for my entire life, you know, and insomnia. So it's like I hardly sleep, and I'm always like jumping around all over the place and doing this and doing that, and um, so like concentrating on just one thing is really difficult.
Okay.
But the great thing with film is I can focus on this and that and this, and it all comes together. So I can make steps as one, even though it's like little baby steps here and there, and it's kind of growing. And so part of that came from myself, but also I grew up in a very interesting, like all of my neighbors was wild. Like I had the people across the street were Holocaust survivors, and then like 2 doors up there was a survivor from Hiroshima, and one of my neighbors had some mental instabilities, or you know, chemical fluctuations in the brain. So I saw perspective, like growing up, on a lot of things. And you know, uh yeah, anyways, so it was a lot of like that, and some other family members really kind of just made me interested in it. And I did want to study it, but I was not good in high school. I've never been really good in school.
Okay.
I've been great at art, and like certainly, you know, if there's something that grabs me, I'm like, boom, I can make it happen. I'll figure it all out. But sticking to the common American structure of school has been not easy with ADHD growing up.
I can imagine. And you never
Yeah.
took any medicine or anything for it?
I did. I attempted some medications, but it was like the early thousands when they were still kind of experimenting with certain chemicals in the brain, trying
Okay.
to figure out ADHD and all that stuff. So
Okay.
eventually I quit taking medications, and
You just do your
and I
focus. You take your mind and you just focus on your art, your
yeah,
creativity. Do you paint? Do
yeah,
you draw?
I do paint. I
Okay.
used to draw all the time, but
Because I kind of
lately
see that.
it's
I don't know. I feel like I could just see you like in the room. It's a quiet room, and you're like, I'm just gonna draw my thoughts. It's just kind of like writing a book. I just feel like
yeah,
writing and drawing. I just that's kind of what I pick up.
yeah, and my books are slowly showing more of that as well.
Okay.
My
With
more
your
recent book
arts.
that yes, yeah. So I've created all the covers for all my books, and lately, Displation and City of Aces, episode 5, uh, they have little pieces of art right before the chapters because I like that. I think it's
I
cool.
love it. Just like you know, somebody across the street tells you their history. I love that. I would sit down with that person, have a gin and tonic with them, and literally cool out, and we could share stories. I think that's one of the best things. That's a part of life for me. I love to have
Right.
a good conversation, and it could be us. You talk about you, I talk about me. We come together, we collaborate, and then we create these ideas. That's how it
Yeah.
goes. So I love
Yeah.
that. That's Yasu. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers.
So
Yeah.
let me ask you, what's your favorite old school movie?
So that is it's a tough question.
I hit it.
It's a tough
Let me tell.
question.
Hey, hey.
There's so I watch movies all the time. So it's
Okay.
like,
What
and
have
with
you
my
seen
AP,
100 times?
there's a lot of movies that I've seen 100 times.
What
Okay,
have you
okay,
seen a
let me tell you.
1,000 times? What movie do
Okay, the
you
one
know by
movie,
heart, word for word? How about that?
there's quite a few, but I will say
Okay.
the one movie that I have no problem sharing when I meet new people, or like I bring my hard drive to movie sets if we're all staying in the same hotel or whatever.
Okay.
Airplane,
The plane, the
classic,
plane.
right? Like the cockpit, what is it? It's a
What is
little
it?
room in the front of the plane. It's not important
Yeah.
right now.
It's a great movie.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know, one of
yeah,
my
it's
favorite
it's
movies is Dirty Dancing. I know, I'm showing my age. I know, I know. I love it. I don't know why. I love that movie. I can
so it's the
recite it.
remake, right?
I'm
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I was gonna say, I thought we were gonna be friends. I thought we knew each other since '99, but apparently we don't. You know, you're cutting me right here, baby. Stabbing me right here. You had a quote in your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Drawn to having an emotional connection to the story through production, design, and directing.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yes.
And I know exactly what you mean by that. Basically, you're saying you want your project, the aesthetic, the appearance, the sound, the lighting, everything to be on point. That's what I took from it. And
Yeah.
the more of yourself that you commit to something, the longer it takes to make it better, right?
Oh, I'd say that. Yeah.
So, what is your proudest production to date?
Um, I did. I don't have one that I have released just yet. Well, today I released Demon Noise.
Okay.
I guess
Today.
I would
Okay.
today. Yes, today I released Demon Noise. It's a dark cosmic horror mystery kind of thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't. The thing is, with everything that I've done, I've learned a lot, and like I did. There's some things that I've done that I'm like super proud of, but they're not like released and out in the public, or they were a student film, and I'm just really happy about my camera work. So it's like, yeah. But those aren't so much released. With Demon Noise, even though there were a lot of troubles with the production,
Okay.
like we ended up being 2 days, 1 day of shooting turned into 3 days of shooting.
That happens.
Yeah, it happens.
I've been on set
and
many
then
times. It happens.
right, and then COVID happened, so we only really got to shoot that one scene. So it's like kind of, we didn't get to finish the character arcs. We didn't really get to expand any more than just that one scene, but it is produced really well. And the soundtrack, I went over to the other cinematographer's house. I'm producing his feature film. We started before COVID. We're trying to figure out how to finish it now, now that everybody's free.
Right.
But I went over to his house, Eric's house, and we kind of
Hey,
plugged
Eric.
in the guitar. Hey, Eric.
Hey, boo.
We plugged in the guitar and we plugged in his keyboard, and we just got into that creative mindset and played some music over and over and over for like the whole night to get it right.
Absolutely.
And when we finished the track and he sent it to me and I dropped it into the timeline, perfect. It's crazy. Like
That's
the
how it
song just
goes.
like
Your collaboration,
perfectly
your connection is like A1, right?
right. And so that's one thing too. I don't want a perfect image. It's not going to be my way.
Right.
I mean, I'm certainly going to have my thumbprint on it.
Right.
And when you watch Demon Noise, me and Eric both had the cameras. So it's like my shots are commonly, I always jump on camera whenever I'm directing on a B camera anyways. Do
Okay.
all the close-ups and really kind of capture that. So I think maybe Demon Noise is probably my proudest project so far, but it's
Okay.
also been it's not been my toughest one, but it's been my proudest one.
Well, what's your most challenging project?
My most challenging project is actually going to be Payback. It's the one that I've been working on.
Okay.
We started, and the reason that is because Payback was not planned to be a feature film.
Okay.
It was just a short 10-page story.
Okay.
And we met up and we shot the whole short film in a day, maybe two. Can't really remember.
Give and take.
But yeah, give and take. So it was like a 10-12 minute short film, slammed it together, sent it to my friend for music. And a couple of months passed and the cast was like, we want to know an update. And I was like, yeah, so do I. And the guy hasn't made music yet. So the cast was like, we love our characters. We want to do more with our characters. So I was like, well, what do you want to do? And these two guys were like, well, we want to have a fight scene together. And then these two guys are like, well, no, we want to have a fight scene together.
Okay.
And this girl was like, I don't really care. So
is that the girl that you make out with in one of your scripts?
What? No.
Black hair?
No.
And you guys are at the pool?
Oh no, that's No, but she does play in Payback
Okay.
as as a uh, as a hacker who is also kind of a vengeful drug addict.
Okay.
So
And
yeah,
all of these casts, your members, everybody involved in all your projects are from your neighborhood and from school and maybe
they're
some friends.
from the city.
Okay.
They're from the city for the most part.
You're
Yeah,
still in the
it-
South, is what you're saying.
yes, I'm still in Southwest.
Southwest.
I do travel. I do travel. I worked in I went to Texas right during COVID, so that sucked. But I did make some great contacts, and I ended up working with Travis Mills, who's a fantastic producer, filmmaker, director. We went traveling through Tennessee and Mississippi and Louisiana. We were making 12 Westerns in 12 months. It was insane.
Yeah, I
But
wanted to talk about that. You did 12 Westerns in 12 months.
I did not. Travis Mills did.
Okay,
I
Travis Mills. We're going to have to bring him on the show then. Where is
you
Travis
are.
Mills now? Dun, dun, dun.
Da-da-dee, where is he?
No, that's what I literally wanted to talk about that. Like, whose idea was that? Who came up with that? I
It's
thought it
him.
was okay.
The 12 Westerns in 12 months is more Travis's thing.
Okay.
He hired me to help him out on the last 2 or 3. And
Okay.
so and then
So
I
you-
helped him out earlier this year as well in Idaho, which was fun.
Okay.
Well, kind of
Idaho.
fun. Yeah.
That's cool.
No, it's it's not.
Idaho.
It's not. I have friends there now.
It's
so, like, I love
okay.
you
I'll
guys,
come
but
to Idaho and I'll be in a Western. You can put me in the 13th one. Maybe you'll never put it
it's
out.
like you're just driving through a Windows screensaver the whole time.
Oh, I've
It's
driven across
crazy.
country so many times. I know. So what's your project? What's your next project for the future for 2022? What are you going to be doing, baby?
After I get Payback done and out, there's a script that I wrote, and I had every intention of beginning this year until the producer told me to finish Payback and he would distribute it. Night Heat is the title,
Okay.
and it's about a drug addict during quarantine times, and
Is it based on
it's
a
very,
true story?
no, it's
Okay.
influenced by 2 true stories though.
Okay.
One of them, oh man, I just had the movie. One of Donnie Brasco is one of them.
Okay.
The movie Donnie Brasco is like based on a true story, and
Yep.
so I kind of like took that and Drive. It's not a true story, but I like Drive, so I was like that plus this, put them together. So this one is probably the most regular story that I've ever written, because it's not cosmic horror, it's not
Psychological thriller.
supernatural, it's not, but there is
Not
psychology.
fantasy.
No, there is psychology tied to it, but it's much more like Train Spotting than it is, and Requiem for a Dream than it is
Awesome.
an actual horror. You know?
Oh my God. What a great
Yeah.
movie. Requiem for a Dream.
Amazing. It's one of
How
the
many times
greats.
did you how many times have you seen that movie?
Oh, probably more times than my mom would like to know.
We won't tell her. In fact, we don't have to worry about it because she's not watching you. She ain't watching me.
That's right. That's right.
It's like, but your brother, I'm sure he's watching. Hi,
I'm
brother.
sure.
What's his name?
Yo, John.
John?
Yeah,
Is that spelled typical John?
that it is.
I understand. John, we'd like to give a little shout out to you for supporting this gentleman over here who is Huffington Post, who's sweet as pie, or
Oh,
should I say
thanks.
sweet as chocolate? Because we did talk about chocolate earlier.
You captured my heart.
You know what
with
I'm
that.
saying? Baby,
I'm a chocolate pie.
I love. It has been a pleasure, let me tell you. And we need to
It
work on
has.
projects.
I
And
like that.
let's be our best. Let's
Absolutely.
not be a menace to society with all the stupid shit that's going on because people don't know how to act for some reason.
Which is a fun movie though, but
But listen, I like to laugh at stupid shit. Don't get me wrong. I just don't want stupid shit to come to real life, right?
absolutely,
Come
absolutely.
on. That's all I'm saying. We can laugh at life. That's the point. But let's not
Yes.
create pain, real pain, deep pain.
Exactly.
What are we doing here? You know, it's like, it's one thing to stab and laugh at stupid shit and trip and fall, but in reality, I would never do that. Why would you want to do that? Why would you hurt anybody? It doesn't make sense to me, baby. You're gonna go through something that's gonna hurt. So I'm not gonna be that addition, if that makes sense.
Right. And you know, muscles don't get stronger unless you rip them, essentially, right?
Yes,
You
absolutely.
work out, you rip your muscles, and then they get stronger. And that, you got to apply that to life.
Absolutely.
You
That's
have
very
hard,
good
shitty
philosophy.
days. You have things you don't want to do, but man, when you do it, when you get past that depressive barrier, like I can't do this, it's not good enough. I can't put out my artwork if it's not good enough. Like,
Right. Who said it's
but
not
when
good
you
enough?
do, exactly you, right? The
Right.
internal you.
Yes. So
but
you better keep putting out your projects, keep writing your books, and I promise you, one way or another, the money, it comes. I can't explain it, but it's like right when you think you're broke, bam, something happens. Right when you think you can't pay
It's true.
this, bam. It's like that lending hand. Because you don't know. Travis Mills, you don't know who else you're gonna meet along the way who's gonna be like, I dropped 20 grand right now on your project. You don't know.
That's very true. I mean, George Lucas, nobody really believed in George Lucas until some producer that I met at Comic-Con picked up his book.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Right?
So you're not gonna stop, and I'm not gonna let you, because I just told you we're lifelong friends.
Don't let me.
I'm not. I'm gonna
That's
get in
right.
that ass, honey. Don't worry about a thing, honey. I love ass. You have no idea. I love it. Yeah? We
We're
can't talk
friends.
about that right now. Listen to me. Blink if you love ass. And he's still blinking and shit. What do I gotta show you, bitch? I'm telling you, I'm blinking. I have to. Oh, that's great. Huffy, I fucking love you. Thank you for coming on the show. We are going to continue this. This is not going to be the last, for sure. We're going to be doing things, my friend. Don't you forget it.
I'm excited. I will not forget.
I'll come down Southwest. Don't worry. I'll come down Southwest and
awesome.
I'll take Southwest to come down Southwest. How about that? All right,
Well,
baby.
thank you for having me on
I
your
want to
show.
say I love you all. Huffy, I love you. Sagapao. That's how we say it in Greek. Sagapao.
Sagapao.